What's going on, guys? It's been a while since I've done something like this, but with the coronavirus pandemic on the loose, well, I've found myself with a bit more extra time than I've usually had. So I figured I might as well make one of these videos again, because I mean, come on. There's nothing better to do. So, today I am playing the M5355. Not exactly the kind of vehicle you would expect to see in a commentary video, but, well, it's what I've got at the moment. And why not start off easy? Something very quick and very difficult to play, of course. So we start off this battle just moseying around it. Probably haven't even moved 50 meters from where we started off. And we're already trying to ruin someone else's day. But of course, that's what Artie's all about. As it stands here, I believe we're going to fire a shot off at the spick. Hopefully we'll be able to take him out, but, you know. Oh, no, never mind. Try and shoot the Emil. It's actually been a while since I played this, but don't worry. It gets interesting later on in the replay. For now, though, we're pretty much just going around looking for a shot. And I believe we're going to shoot at the heavies that are crossing over here. Oh. We've managed to track this IS-3A, and we're about to take a pot shot at him, too. He is once again tracked. He's probably going to be sitting there for a while. It doesn't look like any of my allies are going to be shooting at him, though. So, just leave it at that. Of course, our main priority should be this Emil 2, which, being hull down, is an absolute king at ridgelines. So he is effectively the biggest threat to our team right now. But we do have a better shot at this IS-3A, plus he's sporting 666, and well, my Christian ass cannot allow that. So, bye-bye. 440, and he's gone. Yep. That's Artie for you. And the Scorpion's taking a pot shot at the Emil 2. He hit him in the turret, though. Don't know quite what he expected. Probably was aiming at his hull, though, but who knows. Looks like I'm just trying to avoid an enemy shot from Artie by moving around a bit. And now we're going to try and hit this Emil. Unfortunately for us, that's a miss. And this Scorpion is being really aggressive. I don't know how he missed that shot, though. This Pershing is going straight forward as well. And it doesn't look like the Emil has much of a chance here. He's got him side on. But of course, we're more interested in this mutant that's over here, since it's a clean hit for us. And since we're trying to aim up our shot here, we don't quite know exactly where he's going to go, but I'm pretty sure he's going to go after that 53 TP, and it's a hit. A big old hit for us. Oh, I should also mention that I'm trying to do this mission here, 140 seconds of stun, along with 2 assist kills. I believe I get that done in the next battle, but this battle's a little bit more interesting than that one, so you'll see why. As it stands right now, though, it looks like it's a 50-50 whether or not our team's going to take care of this. But with our help, I'm pretty sure they've got it. Yep, KV-3 is a 1-shot, M6 is now a 2-shot. Or, yeah, 2-shot for the 53 TP. And if you guys have been paying attention to the map, which I clearly have, in the replay anyway, our team has effectively lost the south, so we are quite quickly making our getaway to the north in order to possibly defend the cap. And as it stands, at this point we are losing big time. So we're going to do our best here to try and take those kills back, but of course it's not guaranteed. However, if we can get a good shot off at this M53, that would be a big help. And right here we're going to take a pot shot, see if we can hit this guy through the rock, maybe splash him right next to him. Fully aim in and fire away. Hopefully that's a hit. And he goes down. Perfect. Now that only leaves the M5355 as the only enemy tier 9. And of course, because of that, that leaves us at a, well, not a major advantage, but certainly at an advantage, given that we still have our 2 tier 9s, along with myself. So, we're going to try and hit this T-54, but he's going to back up, so we're not quite going to have a shot at him, unfortunately. As it stands, our double barrel tank and the 53 TP are headed into the enemy base, hopefully to start a cap and gain the enemy's attention. Hopefully they'll give me their backs. And right now we're pretty much just chilling, waiting for that T-54 to pop up, hopefully. But I don't really think that's going to be the case, given that the T-34-2G has fallen back, so there's no one to spot him for us. So we'll probably end up shooting someone else. And there is someone else. Now we have to reposition here, or else, we won't be able to shoot him. But fortunately, he goes behind a rock here, and I decide to get into a bush. Or no, actually, I do not get into a bush. I'm just waiting for this guy to pop up, which I'm pretty sure he will in a second here. He looks like he's going to try and get to the right of this rock. So we're just going to wait until he pops up and then hopefully take a shot at him. And there he is. And we take him down. Lucky shot by us, and very unfortunate for him. Alright. And in this position, we are very open to enemy arty, but my big brain decides it's a good idea to just go forward and try and take out that SU-100, which is right there. I believe... yeah, we're going to get him right here. And there he goes. And now, with him gone, the Leo is the only person who can possibly spot us. The T-54 is busy. Oh, actually, hold up. There he is. Possibly a bad decision by me, but I make it out of there okay. So, as it stands... oh, I think we're going to take a shot at this T-54. Let's see if we get him. Oh, I think we're going to get him. Oh, no, we don't get him, but... we don't get him, but we do hit him. Or splash him. And he's gone. So now, the only guys left are the Leo and the enemy artillery. This is where I noticed that both myself, the 53 TP, and I believe the standard, El Standardo B, standard B, all have 3 kills, so I invite them to a platoon. And I don't think the 53 TP realizes that I've just invited him to a BIA until I straight up call him out. Yeah, there it is. He joins eventually though, so don't worry about it. I was actually thinking of shooting him so that he would join us. Okay, here we go. There we go, he's noticed. Alright. BIA for the 3 of us. Alright, so from here it's pretty much 50-50 whether or not we get killed by any of these guys. Oh, and we waste our shot there against the Leo. But we still have the M5355 to go after. So we're just going to crest this ridge here and see if we can get him. I'm pretty sure he's over to the left, but no, he's to the right. He raises his gun, and I use that to try and get him. And I ran him to death. Alright. Well, that's an M53 battle for you. But that's not all, boys. I also have a battle in the Scorpion that I actually just played a few hours ago. Now, this one will probably be a little more conventionally interesting, given the fact that it actually has a tank that moves, but we're not quite worked up into the actual tank category just yet. Still trying to get my groove back in here. So we're just going to do a quick little TD battle to end this video off. Now, this one was rather interesting. You're going to want to stick around for the end because it gets pretty crazy. Now, the start here isn't anything much. We've just got a couple of light tanks playing for dominance here. And I, of course, fluff my movement and get the... I received 2 shots from an enemy E25 right there. Now, trust me, we'll be seeing a lot more of him later. Now, right now, take a look at our team lineup here. We've got what looks to be a majority of our players over at the tank destroyer spot, including a VK4503. Now, that's a tier 7, and this is a tier 8 game, so it's understandable that he will be a little scared fighting the enemy. But he's sitting in the tank destroyer sniper spot, and not only that, we also have a VK101P base camping. Yep, it's gonna be that kind of game, and you can see my optimism in the chat by me saying that, oh my god, we're gonna lose. Oh, and this brave soul in the 100M1 decides to YOLO into the enemy, which, honestly, in hindsight for him, it was not the best move. I, of course, fluff another shot against the LT100, or the LT432, but from here I'm going to try and make some more shots actually count. And here I think I'm actually going to hit him right as he goes airborne. Yep, there's one. Then I'm going to try and get another one before this guy dies and they turn their attention to me. I'm going to try and hit the Scorpion. There it goes. 1,000 damage to start things off. Not, I mean, 1,000 damage, yeah, quite nice. This gun can do, I believe it was 450? Yeah, 450 a shot. No, 490 a shot, which is quite nice. But given, you can see me freaking out in chat there. Now, given the fact that we've just lost all of our support here in the south, I've decided, yeah, that sniper's nest might not be such a bad position after all. So I, of course, fall back as quickly as I can, hoping that I don't get shot in the rear. But I figure, well, I might be able to get a shot off at this guy. And I do. Shell doesn't quite go where I wanted to, but I still hit him. Unfortunately, though, that was a massive low roll against the IS-100, or the ISM. 368. Probably one of the worst rolls I've ever gotten, and I get shot by the LT432, so that's a double plus. I probably should have taken that shot against the E25 as well, but given that I was kind of panicking in this situation, it's understandable that I didn't. Not to mention that this 430 just ran into me, or I ran into him more like it, and I'm just like, yeah, I gotta get out of here. So I effectively F off to the north. Hopefully, well, I do it in hopes of getting shots onto the side of the ISM, which, at this point, I figured the VK and the 416 were probably just going to lose that position anyway. So, honestly, it's 4-6. It's not, you know, the game's not over, but it's fairly close, and given the enemy positions, I figured we were probably losing big time. So I, of course, try to make the most of it and try to get as much damage as I can before I go down. And here we can see that I have what looks to be a very good shot on the side of this ISM. Luckily, that shot just barely goes in. I do get spotted, but doesn't look like anyone's going to shoot at me just yet. So, I take another shot here. And luckily that goes in, and the ISM goes down. I, of course, am going to look for more shots here, but I don't think I'm really going to be able to get any, given that most of the enemies are down in locations where I can't really get to them. I highly doubt anyone is going to poke up on the ridge. Holy shit, that's a scorpion! Oh my god. And he hits my track. Oh my god. That is very lucky of me right there. And our T-20 takes care of him before we lose any more hit points. And of course this E-25 is trying to get us again. But we just barely managed to get out of his field of vision. And now we're going to try and go after this STG, which is sitting over here in the middle of the open. Hopefully we can get a shot at him without having to worry about anyone else hitting us. Right here. And there we go. That's 520 hit points. And now, I am quite worried about that KV-3, but I smell blood in the water. And I see this king tiger right here that right for the taking. Now I have not been shot yet, so I figure I might as well take another shot at this guy. And unfortunately the C-25 starts blasting away at me. And yeah, I'm gonna take another shot, it looks like. Nope. And now this KV-3 is over to my side. I could have easily died to that KV-3. Not a very good play by me. In fact, I should have let the Renegade take care of the King Tiger. And now, it looks like, yep, I'm spotted, and I get shot by the LT. Oh, very, very poor awareness on my part. And that is going to go back and bite us later, as you shall see, because now we are on 23 hit points. And keep in mind that there is still a rogue E-25 out and about. So this could go either way. It's 12 to 10, but I'm a one-shot. Our Proyecto's a one-shot. Our Lorraine is an artillery, and our VK has not moved more than 50 meters from where he was last positioned. So, frankly speaking, I am not very optimistic about my current situation. I think about going after the E-25 here, but he's a 2-shot for me at best, and a 3-shot at worst if I somehow super low roll or I miss. So what I decide to do is set up on this little ridge here in order to hopefully spot him and fall back. Although I do try and go looking for that KV-3. Now, oh look, our VK has somehow managed to find his keyboard, and he is moving across the map, though he is unfortunately moving in the wrong direction. As you can see by the last spotted positions, the enemies are to the south and he is moving up to the north. Now, jokes aside, he is playing somewhat smart here. By going towards our Lorraine, he can hopefully use the Lorraine as cover while blasting away at his enemies. Now, I go ahead and set up on this ridge here, hoping that if I spot someone and they spot me, I can just fall back and run away. But then I decide it'll probably be more effective if I go forward and spot them ahead of time. I mean, there's no way they're gonna get all the way up next to me before I spot them, and of course that's exactly what happens. And this E-25, I somehow managed to hit that shot, and the E-25 gets me right there. Well, that's the end for me. And Who do we have but Commander Ivory Coast in the VK 4503. He's the only man left, and the only way he can take this game is if he either gets lucky or the enemy is so stupid that they just hand him the win. And well, we still have 4 minutes and 50 seconds here, so I guess we'll see what happens. Oh, and he's spotted. What is he going to do? He's going to back up, get tracked, and I believe look towards the enemy. Not a bad idea. Putting your frontal armor towards the enemy is what is most advised. And of course he is backing up into a rock. I'm joking around with this bad chat 12T, but pay no mind. For this VK is the star of the action now. Oh, and he has spotted a charioteer. And the charioteer has appeared to have disconnected. He is not shooting back, not moving, and is just letting the VK shoot him. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the enemy is handing our VK the win. Oh my god. And now the E25, not to let the charioteer embarrass him, is now showing the VK what he's made of and pounding lead into the VK with everything he has. And as it turns out, the KV-3 is a one-shot. If our VK buddy here plays it smart, he should be able to take out this KV-3 with one shot. Of course, this KV-3 could also pull him into the E25's fire and end this guy just as well. Let's see what's going to happen here. He hits one. The VK is now a one-shot, and if that E25 has a shot at him, he is going to die right about now. Right now. As it turns out, the E25 was changing his position and is either moving into the cap or going the long way around to show up behind the VK, which would not be surprising given the tactics the enemy team has been using, but I suppose we're about to find out. And with 2 minutes left on the clock, this E25 is going to have to pull a move real fast. And if you guys will remember, I left him on around about 150 hit points. Easily a one-shot for this guy. And he has spotted him. He is currently in the base, possibly gearing up to cap out. Maybe? Looks like he's going to try and cap out. Oh, no. It would seem as though he's going to take the long way around and try and show up behind the VK before the timer runs out. And possibly get him when he's not expecting it. Now, as you can see, there's a very... I don't know why he just fired, but it would seem as though the sand over there was not being very nice. Now, he is backing himself up into a corner, which should make it more difficult for the E25 to get his side. And all he has to do now is shoot the E25. All he has to do now is shoot the E25. Oh my god. There are 38 seconds left in the game. This could go either way, folks. The E25 with gold loaded can easily pen the VK 4503. And the VK 4503 only has to get one shot in to take care of the E25. Both of them can take each other out right now. Who will win and who will... And it looks like the E25 is out of gold rounds. All he has to do is shoot. All the VK has to do now is shoot at the E25. He is right in front of him. All he has to do now is shoot. And of course, with 0 seconds on the clock, the battle ends in a draw. And now, here in the post-game stats, you guys can see that that was in fact a draw. With a first class for us, high caliber, and fire for effect, 4,000 damage done, and 2 vehicles killed. But of course, the star of the show was our friend in the VK 4503. 1,000 damage done. Distance traveled of 2.31 kilometers. That's actually pretty good for a guy who just sat in the base the whole day. And of course, we do have our buddy in the E25 who managed to do 2,400 damage and did pretty well for himself, but unfortunately ran out of gold rounds at the end there. So, I hope this video was interesting, and, well, stay safe out there. Wash your hands.